Alright guys, welcome back to Strong Successful Male. So for today in the Ask SSM video series, I got an email from a guy and he wanted to know if I could explain the main differences between bad boys and nice guys. This is something that quite often confuses a lot of guys, particularly guys from other cultures I've noticed, and they can't quite get it. They can't quite get, one, the differences, but two, why is it that the gals always goes for those types of guys when a lot of them are scumbags, and we've all known those types, and good guys, they just kick to the side of the road, won't give them the time of day, that type of thing. So he wanted to know, what are some main characteristics, in my opinion, about the bad boys and so on and so forth. So I'm going to go through his email here and I'm going to break it down to in my opinion, that the main three things that it makes the difference. And these are all things that any guy can adopt in his personality to help him out. So his email starts off, he says, "Hi SSM, thanks for all your great videos. Could you do a video on the difference between bad boys and nice guys? This is something that has always confused me. I always want to know why women like these types of guys. Thanks." So, in my opinion, guys, there are a lot of things that, little differences, but in my opinion, there are three main differences. And like I said, these are all things that if you dating a relationship, guys, that you can make a part of your personality and that will help you immensely. And it doesn't mean you got to become a criminal or a thug or anything like that, because a lot of times the bad boy types aren't criminals or thugs. I mean, some are, don't get me wrong. And as bizarre as it sounds, there are women out there that are actually attracted to criminals, okay? And you don't want to do that. But these next three things are things that you can start making a part of you, your persona, and will be night and day difference. So the first one is that bad boys always put themselves first, above anybody else, and especially women. And I'm sure a lot of you guys have noticed this. On the other hand, nice guys always put their woman first. And what happens, guys, in all these stories I do, when the guy makes his girl his absolute number one priority in life, in essence, making her his purpose, it doesn't usually go very well for him. Okay? Because typically she knows that he's more into her and more into the relationship than she is. She knows that without a shadow of a doubt, that dude isn't going anywhere, and it gives her certainty in the relationship. And unfortunately, when women have absolute certainty in a relationship and know that you're not going anywhere, number one, they get bored because there's no more challenge. And number two, often that's when bullshit starts. That's when a lot of times they'll start testing you and saying and doing things to test your strength, whether you'll stand up to them and check them. Nice guys will never be able to do that. But the bad boys always accomplish that because, again, the woman is there at the bottom of the list. So this is why I always tell you guys, if you're dating relationship types, your purpose should be your number one priority, whatever that may be. If it's, you start a business and making your business the best it can possibly be and growing it and so on and so forth, that's your purpose. Or let's just say your career, advancing, going up the corporate ladder, rising and so forth, that's your purpose. That should come first, guys. After that, in my opinion, the gym and fitness and all that, that always comes. You got to get that in. Then I would say your friends, your close circle of friends, your inner circle, if you will, your brothers, they come next. Then I would say your family, in the sense that not like if you had kids, but like your brother, your cousins, your parents and all that. And that's if your family is good to you. Because a lot of people have screwed up families, and in that case, the hell with them. Then I would say probably your dog and your cat, your pets, and I would have them actually kind of close with your brothers, to be honest. And then at the end of that list, then the girls. Okay? And again, if you're dating relationship types, I can't talk right. This doesn't mean that you're treating her badly. You're having a good time with her, but instead of making your life about seeing her all the time and you're seeing her 5 days a week or anything like that, once or twice a week at best. So you're busy working on your purpose and the gym and hanging with your buddies. She's got time to miss you, wonder what you're doing, think about you, wonder where she stands with you. Are there other girls? That type of thing. Because women are attracted to uncertainty. They want certainty, but they're turned off by it. See what I mean? It's ridiculous. They want When the guy brings them uncertainty, they're drawn to that guy. You see what I mean? And bad boys always bring uncertainty to the women. Always. How many of you guys have made the mistake, either now or some point in your life, of being the therapist to certain girls you liked? You didn't have the balls to ask her out, or she turned you down, you just decided to be her friend, and she'd come to you and talk about all her problems, particularly with guys. And almost always, those guys were bringing uncertainty into her life. So that's what you got to do, okay? And by the fact that you make her the bottom of your list of priorities, that essentially makes you bad, because every other guy out there is making her the top priority. You see what I'm saying? Nice guys will always make them the top priority. A nice guy, let's just say that the nice guy goes to the gym quite regularly. He's at the gym 4 to 5 days a week. He's working out, and that's a good thing. And let's just say on Friday, he has to get his workout in before the weekend, because the weekend he's got something going on. And he's going to have a date with her at 7 o'clock at night. And let's just say that at the office that day, it went over. He had a meeting that went over, or I don't know what. And then it came down to go to the gym, meet his girl at 7 o'clock. What do you think the nice guy's going to do? He's going to skip his workout and go spend that time with that girl. The bad boy, on the other hand, workout's important to him. He's going to skip the date with the girl and go to the gym, because he only has time for one. Okay, the meeting carried over. He only has time for one. He'll ditch the girl to go to the gym. You know why? Because that comes before her. She's the bottom of the list. See what I'm saying? And then she's going to think, and a lot of guys, nice guys, be fearful of doing that because they're afraid, oh, she'll break up with me. Or even worse, ooh, she'll get mad at me. Bad boy, he doesn't care. She gets mad at me, so what? If she breaks up with me, so what? I can replace her ass pretty darn quickly. Or she'll have so much uncertainty that she'll be so focused on him that she ain't going to go out and cheat. Now, you can flip a coin on what would happen, but you get my point. That's one of the big differences. Bad boys put themselves first, and all their important things first, and the girl dead last. Nice guys put the girl first, and everything else last. All their wants and needs, and things like that. So for you guys out there who do dating relationships, like I say, you make your purpose first. Then the gym. Then your bros, and your cat and your dog, then your family, and then her. Okay? And it doesn't mean that you don't ever spend time with her. This doesn't mean that you start a bunch of drama with her. It's just that simply, everything else comes first before her. Okay? And again, then you're seen as bad. And she has to fight and compete for your time. Okay? And again, if she's a beautiful woman and she's used to guys constantly giving her their time and making her the top priority, notice that she doesn't go out with them. She goes out with the guy who doesn't do that. Okay? So that's one of the first main things. Second thing, the difference between nice guys and bad boys, is that bad boys will always call the woman out on her bullshit. They'll check her, okay? So she is starting some drama. Let's just say she's mad about something and she throws a tantrum out in public, which is the most disrespectful thing you can do. A nice guy would start trying to appease her, and I'm sorry's and all that type of thing, even if he didn't do anything wrong. Well, the bad boy would just leave her ass there right in the parking lot. Okay? Or if she's just being a jerk, he'll call her on it. All right? He'll make sure she knows this is bullshit. Something like that. Or let's just say a nice guy had a date plan with his girl. Let's just say she's his girlfriend, and they're supposed to meet at the Cheesecake Factory bar at 6:30 p.m. on a Wednesday. And he's sitting there at that bar, and 6:45 comes, she's still not there. She hasn't texted, she hasn't called. Next thing you know, it's 6:30. Or it's half an hour since she was supposed to be there. Still no call. Still no text. That nice guy will probably stay there, waiting around for her, right? And then she'd get there, and he probably really wouldn't say anything, or at least not give her a hard time about it. The bad boy, on the other hand, if he's due to meet her at 6:30, and it's 6:40, and she's not there yet, and she hasn't texted him, and she hasn't called, the odds are he's out of there. I'm not waiting around for you. I got plenty of women that'll be dying to go out with me. See? Or if she then came stumbling in, he'd check her on it. He'd tell her right then and there, hey, I thought we 6:30. And not necessarily doesn't mean you got to be a jerk about it or mean about it, but he would at least bring it up. And let's just say for argument's sake that she was being bitchy about it, and it's like, do you know how hard I work, or something like that, and actually yelling at him, even though he called her on being late, the bad boy would give it right back to her. The nice guy would be so scared of upsetting her, he'd cave. See what I mean, guys? You got to always call them on their bullshit, because women are going to either just have a bad day and act that way towards you, or they'll do it on purpose just to test your strength, to see if you're enough of a man, you got enough self-respect that you're going to call them on it, okay? You know, when I was in college, I dated this one girl for a little bit, and we were friends at first, worked together in a restaurant, and we had nothing in common, but just I was attracted to her, but I was a nice guy back then, and she'd pull all sorts of bullshit, and I'd never call her on it, right? And I remember one time something was going on, and I was pissed off at her, and she knew it, and she literally told me, yell at me, because she wanted me to check her, but I didn't get that back then, right? Years later, I ran into her, and she told me she was engaged, and the first thing she said about the guy was, he doesn't put up with my crap. See? Right there. And believe me, she'd lay out the crap on purpose. She did it to test me, and I failed all the tests. That's why I didn't work. Okay? But I didn't know any better back then. I told you guys I was a nice guy back in the day. If I had called her on her bullshit, it would have been a different ballgame. But that guy she said she got engaged to and married, he didn't put up with her crap. He checked her. And that's what you guys got to do. And again, it depends on the situation, but doesn't mean you got to be mean about it, but you definitely call them on that. Because think about it. If you were being rude and disrespectful to somebody and somebody just took it, would you respect that person? Of course not. So you got to call them on it. Okay? So those are two main things in that situation. And the third thing, the first two are the most important, but the third thing is bad boys have that confidence, that I don't give a shit attitude. They say what's on their mind. They're who they are. Doesn't make a difference. They dress the way they want to dress. They act the way they want to act. They speak their mind. End of story. No apologies. Nice guys, on the other hand, are always caring what everybody thinks. They always are afraid to offend somebody, and they'll apologize for this and apologize for that, and they do everything everybody else does, or they think that they think what they should do. Okay? So you got to develop that attitude, guys. And this could take a while. This could take a lot of accomplishments in life to give you that level of confidence, but you simply cannot care. All right? You get to a point, guys, in life, and everybody gets this way at some point if they're really focused on self-improvement, that you truly stop giving a shit, okay? You don't care if that woman likes you. You don't care if those people like you. You're perfectly happy on your own. And it doesn't mean you're a jerk about it. You're just who you are, and it is what it is. But guys, those are the three main things in my opinion. And did you notice that any of those things I told you about there has anything to do with being a thug or a criminal? None. It's just simply it's self-respect, and you stand up for yourself and put yourself first, and you love yourself. You love yourself so much that you're happy with who you are. You speak your mind. Somebody doesn't like it, fine. And again, it doesn't mean speaking your mind in a way that you're picking fights or arguments, because no one wants to be around someone like that. Okay, I'm just talking about just you are yourself. You're being yourself. End of story. Okay, and guess what? Not everybody's gonna like you. Not everybody likes me. Trust me. But I don't give a shit. I'm 44 years old. I could be dead. I'm probably halfway through my life easily now. I'd like to live to be a lot older, but you never know. I get hit by a bus driving out of here later. So I don't care anymore. But there was a time I did care. And I used to be a nice guy. I used to care what everybody thought. I used to put girls first. I used to never check girls. Got me nowhere. Guess what happened when I started putting myself first? When I used to check them on their bullshit and stop giving a crap. Night and day difference. So there you go, guys. 3 things you can do. Any of you guys can do, and I guaranteed, and again, this is for you relationship guys, mark my words, your game, everything will change dramatically just like that. If you don't believe me, just try it. Try it for a month. Even if you have to force it and fake it, just try it. You'll see what I'm talking about. So to the guy who wrote this, those are the main differences. And there are plenty of other ones, but those are the main things. And I got to make something else clear. Again, like I said, it doesn't mean you got to be a thug or a criminal or anything like that, and doesn't mean that you're going around trying to start fights to show how tough you are or start arguments with people. No, not at all. It's just essentially putting yourself first, checking girls, and not giving a crap. Those main things, you'll see a night and day difference. And again, there's other little things here and there, but these are the main things. So, all right, guys, that is it for today. Be sure to comment down below. Let me know what you think about this. Let me know, guys, for you guys that are former nice guys, that did all the mistakes I talk about in the videos, but one day you came to your senses, had a realization, if you will, and you started employing these type of things I talk about, let me know how it worked out for you, how you saw a night and day difference. And again, this is for you dating and relationship guys. It'll definitely help the guys out. The younger guys aren't as experienced in that area. And also, guys, by the way, if you have a great question you want to ask me for something I want to do in a future Ask SSM video, email it to me, put Ask SSM in the title. That will set you apart from the other ones, and I can get right to it. Trying to do about 3 of these a week. And be sure to like the video, share with your friends, and subscribe. And I'll catch you next time.